I started in 2001. That's when I got my license. I went to the courses and got my license. I got into real estate after being in the corporate world for 15 years. And the first day of my son's daycare was 9/11. And when I put him in daycare, I knew I had to make a big decision because I was traveling 3 weeks out of the month and I did not want to be on one of those planes. So a lot of folks think about 9/11 and how they changed their lives, and 9/11 changed my life for the better because I got into real estate. Ooh, that's a good one. What is my niche and specialty? I work mostly in the northern arc of Atlanta, Metro Atlanta, ITP, just slightly OTP, Sandy Springs, the East Cobb, Brookhaven, Dunwoody, and Buckhead. That's really my wheelhouse. And I focus more on Brookhaven because that's where I'm politically active. So I've been active in Brookhaven and living in Brookhaven for 18 years. One of my marketing and my business plan is like a wheel. I have many spokes on my wheel. And one of the things that has proved very well for my business is being politically active and taking care of my community. That's just one of my spokes. So when I got involved in real estate, I was traveling so much, I never knew my communities. When I became a realtor, I thought, I better get involved. And the way that Atlanta is, we were very scattered and unincorporated. There weren't a lot of cities at that time. So I got involved in neighborhood associations, sponsoring, being on boards and that type of thing, and being involved in the realtor association as well helped with that. So I started giving back to my community by being politically involved, and it just stair-stepped to become on one of the boards that created the city of Brookhaven. So we were the folks that actually studied Brookhaven, if the commercial tax basis could actually take on Brookhaven. And before that, I worked with DeKalb County in more of the county retrospect of being on their Board of Zoning Appeals and then being on the Board of Planning. So I was a planning commissioner as well. And all of that was great for business because I understood zoning and I understood planning and I knew exactly what was going to be happening in what areas of the county, so I could educate my clients on that as well. And again, giving back to the community, but at the same time in the real estate spectrum allowed me to be an expert where no one else was. Politics is a tricky business. You need to always think about giving back before you receive, in my opinion. So if someone's new to the real estate world, they have to look at what their area of expertise is. Where do they live? Where do they want to sell? What do they want to get involved in? Everybody can get involved in a PTA if they have children. That's a great place to get involved. I like to focus mine more globally in the community versus just the schools, but the schools are a great stepping stone. Then understanding how the community works and politically how they work. If you have a city, you can always volunteer for several different boards, park and recreation, different things. Go to your community meetings, understand who the players are, and give your time to certain projects. That's how you get to know people. I mean, you can get involved in landscaping projects for your community. You can get involved on the school board even if you don't have children. There's so many different aspects of community relations and politics that are the perfect feeder for a realtor. In my opinion, we're the people who know the market. We're the people who know the community. We should be giving back because all of these folks that we're selling for and listing for, they don't have the time, nor do they have the inclination to get involved to the level that we should. And we should be the folks that are helping shape strong communities. We've got some great NAR programs. We've got great things to be able to give back, good neighbor programs. It's easy to do those types of things. And when the community sees that you're giving back as a realtor, then they're more likely to work with you because you're more connected. I was in a full service brokerage for many years. When I first came into this business, I was from a corporate background and I needed, even though I had the family business background of being in real estate since I was a little girl, my dad was a realtor, all of that, he was a great influence and guiding force for me when I became a realtor. And because my corporate background and because I did not have any experience, my father thought, go into this full service brokerage. It's a great idea. So I did. I found a broker I really liked. And I was with that broker because she knew the market. She knew Atlanta. She was fantastic. When she left, then I started looking at other options because I had my book of clients, because I had my experience working with relocation, and I had started my marketing spokes, I was able to determine that RE/MAX was a good fit for me because of my corporate background, because RE/MAX has a brand and image awareness. It gives immediate credibility to a realtor. And you can be starting fresh in the business. If you've got a business background and you can understand corporate branding and national marketing, RE/MAX is a great option because of that. Red, white, and blue. I mean, we are so lucky to have those colors. People don't realize what really makes people, as their focus groups, as clients are out there really feeling who they want to go with. Red, white, and blue. RE/MAX is the name they can trust, and they get it because they see it everywhere. So for me, that was a no-brainer. There were some problems with one of the RE/MAX offices that we were involved in when I first came into the business with RE/MAX, and I had a choice to make. I have, and I still have people recruiting me every month, but I have, Sotheby's, I have Dorsey Alston, I have Harry Norman, I have Prudential, I have Keller Williams contacting me constantly, and this was the perfect opportunity for me to make a change when this happened in the last office. And I'll tell you, around Atlanta was so accommodating. They had such great personalities, open arms. They would do anything for us. They were like a port in the storm for all these crazy situations us realtors were dealing with at that time. And to have that along with my philosophy of the corporate brand awareness, there was no question where I was going. And I had a lot of my friends in the RE/MAX office not stay, and they left. And they went to other offices, and they're not happy. And they look at the situation, they're like, "Are you happy?" I'm like, "I have been here, and my business is better than it ever has been. And I am happy as can be. I'm not moving. They can continue to try to recruit me, and it's just not happening." For me, being a well-rounded agent is what makes my business very successful. Those spokes of my wagon wheel are obviously community awareness, giving back to the community, being part of those types of boards that give your community some visual to you. My other marketing spoke is I give back to a very small select during every day with workouts. I used to run a boot camp. And now I give my boot camp for free, and I have an average of 30 people every morning that meet me out there and work out with me, and I've created over 150 contacts there. My continued marketing to my past clients. You don't forget your past clients with referral marketing there. I also believe heavily in coaching. Realtors are out there on their own. If you're in the office, you're not working, in my opinion, but you also need somebody there to coach you, and that's not your broker's job. Your broker's job is to make sure that you're out of trouble. They're there to help answer questions. They're there to give you tools, but their job is not necessarily to coach you every day on mindset and how to make your business successful. You've got to take that on. Being a realtor is a small business, and you're successful if you can realize that. So one of the things I've done for my business is I've hired a business coach. And if you look at other corporations, why do they hire consultants? Why do they hire business coaches? Because you need someone on the outside looking at your formula saying, you can tweak it here, you can do this a little bit better, and get your mind out of that negative place and let's get you more positive and move forward. And that has been fantastic. And they also help with the spokes. They add spokes here, they take away spokes, and they help build teams. And after a few years in the business, I think every realtor should have that.